Brad Thomas here with The Street, and I'm here at the office today of Digital Realty with Mike Faust, the CEO of Digital Realty. Good to see you today, Mike.
Great to have you here today. Thanks, Brad.
Sure. Mike, let's get to it. Digital has been a first mover in the data sector space, a very wide model, we should say. How have you been able to sustain the success of your company today? And you've been around since, I believe, you've been a public REIT since 2005. So what's driving this company today?
That's right. Well, we've been able to take advantage of the need for data center facilities and the tremendous amount of outsourcing that's occurring with both corporate enterprise and now with the explosion of the cloud. Demand is really expanding very quickly. And we've made a big investment in our professional teams of engineers, technical operations, facility management, sales, in our architectural and engineering design and construction team. So we're able to provide a very high quality facility solution for data centers around the world, 30 markets in 10 countries. So many of our customers are international companies. They have sites with us in multiple locations, both in the US as well as internationally. And having that very secure, high quality, predictable, high customer service relationship and experience for our customers is a big value add for them.
Let's drill down to earnings. I know in the recent earnings calls, you discussed your supply and demand, your leasing efforts. Tell us, how are you doing today and how are you leasing up your portfolio?
The leasing activity is going well. In fact, we're ahead of where we were last year at this time in terms of new lease signings. So we're feeling very good. We're seeing a lot of demand from corporate enterprises, it's financial services, healthcare, energy, e-commerce, and as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the cloud infrastructure, as well as cloud services. So this is everyone from companies like CenturyLink, IBM, Rackspace, Equinix, are all growing very quickly, and we're taking advantage of that both in the US as well as internationally.
Great. Well, you mentioned some of those names just now. Let's talk about the big internet companies. I know you've got a very robust and diverse portfolio today, but are you competing with Google and Amazon and Facebook today directly?
No, really not. They're focused on a very different segment of the market where we're focused on corporate IT outsourcing and folks that are providing those web infrastructure, cloud infrastructure. So while their businesses are growing very rapidly, so are ours. And in fact, in some cases, folks like Amazon and Google and Microsoft are customers of ours as well.
Great.
So it's very, very compatible, and we don't compete with them.
Okay. Well, looking at your balance sheet today, it's amazing. You've got an investment grade balance sheet. How are you putting this money to work today?
So we're investing heavily to meet demand in the various markets. So we're investing in new facilities in probably 12 or 14 markets today where we're building new data centers to meet demand in major markets. And so we'll invest this year somewhere between $800 million and $950 million of new capital for new data centers to meet demand.
Great. Finally, the topic that I always like to talk about is dividends. Your company has been paying dividends and increasing dividends every year, I believe, for the last 9 years. What's driving that, and how sustainable is that dividend today?
It's very sustainable, and the growth is sustainable in our opinion as well. And we have very predictable, high-quality earnings, and our earnings have grown every year, whether you look at EBITDA, FFO per share, AFFO. And so our coverage for that dividend is very robust. You look at our fixed charge coverage, it's 3.5 times. Interest rate coverage is 4.4 times. So we have a lot of capacity in our earnings to be able to deliver that dividend and continue to grow that dividend as our taxable earnings grow.
Great. Well, Mike, it's always great talking to you, and congratulations on your success here at Digital.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it.